So, this is something I haven't done in a long ass time. Maybe, since I've been doing YouTube videos, actually, I did videos of this nature, where I came home from my bacchanalia of dancing. And, yeah, it looked better when it started. Still have my tie in my pocket. So, but I've done, plenty of sort of personal rants before. And I figure at least some of those of us who are watching us, not me, some who are watching, I can consider some sort of friends. And thus it seems not unreasonable to share my inebriated state, or post-inebriated state as the case may be, because I have a fair-sized walk home after my festivities. So tonight was interesting. This is something of a continuation of the round again rant that I had before, and I have no fucking clue what to call this shit. I think confusion, but whatever. I made the audacious, foolish, whatever, attempt to draw upon certain psychic energies, powers, whatever that I have, whatever my insanity allows for, right? To try to make a connection to something that I've sought since I was a young teen, probably. Something, someone, whatever. It's hard to tell what it is. And I've done this before and just not bothered to reflect on it. But in this case, things went terribly haywire. Let's start. 1. I noted, hey, last week, yeah, there's something I want. Yeah. That's something as cute as a fucking button, and totally to my taste, probably doesn't have much power. I can live with no power. I'm used to those things without power, for the most part. That's 1. And yes, of course, a little bit of dancing with me, but like I said, no power, therefore probably not enough to grab me. 2, the round again critter. Out of nowhere, and I think she doesn't live here anymore. Probably came back for someone she hooked up with and had a relationship with here. But came and absolutely gushed and danced with me quite well, as always. And there's a really beautiful connection there in the dance, but there's nothing else to really connect us. Fine. Okay. But, as I said, I had pushed forward. Okay. As I implied, without saying, because that's how I operate, right? I operate with this whole, the unspoken is enough to communicate. So let's go to that, and let's directly face it. Yeah, so I pushed forward a sort of mystical attempt, and I do this quite often, to grab this thing that I want. to yet in physical form. And these two both came to me, of course, but before either of them came to me, something else did. Something that scares me. And it scares me because, well, a lot of reasons, a lot of red flags, whatever. Good enough looking, I suppose. Comes up, asks me to, I don't know, partner dance, whatever the fuck, you know, like this is the hoedown or something, I don't know. And I'm like, no, I don't know how to do that. And she tries to push it further with kind of a, well, I'll teach you, whatever. And I'm like, no, this is wrong for me, you know. And she goes away, fine. I'm used to that. That kind of shit happens. Because what I do draws people. But then I sit down for my usual, like, I'm just gonna fucking enjoy my beer while the music sucks type experience. And she comes down, sits down next to me, or actually comes over to me and tries to engage me some more. And all the red flags are going up here. And I don't know what words are said entirely, but she persists in a way that I'm not used to people persisting when I show so much standoffishness. She was obviously there with friends, and just, I don't know, it's like so unlikely that someone who connects with other people in a natural and normal sort of way is at all reasonable for me, whatever. But she's really pushing it. And when I mention that my dancing is that I don't dance with other people, that they can dance with me in the sense that, like, if they can adopt my style or close enough to it, then it's fine. And there's plenty of people who do that. However, in this particular case, she seems to be pushing it further, and I bring up to her, I'm letting out violence. I'm letting out this power that's inside of me. And that starts to turn towards, you know, have you ever been violent towards a woman? And I'm like, yeah, who hasn't? You know, and she's like, well, not everyone. And I'm like, well, I think everyone, and whether male or female, they have been violent towards some woman in their life at some point, in some way. But it just keeps pushing, you know, she keeps pushing. She gives me this, do you know who I am? No, should I? I'm assuming she's probably like some newscaster or something on a local level. I have no fucking clue. I wouldn't know this. And she's like, well, you know, I don't know. And she pushes forward this, well, I'm a beautiful woman. And you know, it's like, whatever. What the fuck is going on here? Right? Like I said, lots of red flags showing up. But she repeats that a couple of times. And I'm like, look, is this a mystical connection? Should I know who you are? Because given what I've done and what I called forth, that wouldn't actually be an unreasonable question to ask me under those conditions. And she's like, no. So, okay. If it's not, then no, I have no interest whatsoever. You scare the shit out of me, girl. The good point of it all, I guess, is that Round Again Girl came by, you know, because this one woman was like making sounds like, you know, she'd complained to management or something like that about me. And I have no fucking clue what would happen under those circumstances. I mean, if she's some local celeb or something, what the fuck, you know, maybe her word would be taken over mine, where I'm fairly established there, but whatever. And but I guess I'm still left with this question of, now, I did this pull, this draw to try to pull something to me. And then I get three totally random things. One, who's always there. And like I said, cutest fucking button, but I can tell she has no power. Two, has something. You can't match me in the dancing if you don't have something. However, whatever that something isn't it doesn't mesh right. I don't know quite how to say it. I mean, I love dancing with her. I really love it. I love the looks we give each other. The movements we give to each other. But if she had been the only one who showed up, I would have been very, very tempted to go beyond and to reveal a little something. My fear, of course, is that it's this third one, that everything seems absolutely wrong about. I mean, first of all, anyone who has ever been abused is a danger to me, and a danger to herself by coming to me, because people who are habitual victims, I fulfill that. I fulfill the point of the oppressor, of the abuser. I always fulfill what people want from me, I think, in a lot of ways. And this particular thing, yeah, it's very, very desirable to me too, because I like the power trip. I like whatever it is that comes off of it. I would like to explore that, but I don't want to explore it with someone who has the tendencies of pushing someone, and this girl totally has that. I can tell that completely, and I can just scent it on her, that this is not something that's safe. This is something that will probably destroy the both of us if anything were to happen. So, all the shields come up, and she's like, she's like, she gave me this one. Do you want me to punch you in the face or walk away? I'm like, I want you to walk away. And she's like, I don't believe you. I'm like, no, I really do. I don't want this shit. I do not want to put myself at risk again. And yeah. And then this was not her normal hangout. Presumably she's been in the town for a while, but she has not been there before that I know of. And she's nothing special, but she thinks she is. Just like me, right? But she managed to stick around way later than I would have expected for her kind. And I don't understand, but it's just, yeah. Just craziness. And I guess I want to give you guys a glimpse of the insanity that I live in, the kind of processing that I have to perform to deal with people, that only those who can approach me have right to me, that those who do, I have to vet very, very carefully, because I know what can happen, and I know how bad it can fucking get. I just don't know. Had she looked the part perfectly? And I have to say she did not. Had she looked the part perfectly, I would have had no defense whatsoever. But none of them do. I mean, the very cute one, like I said, she's totally to my taste, but not this. Out of the three, the psycho or potential psycho, I don't know. I mean, I'm the psycho, right? But the one that scares me the most, she comes the closest. And it's just like, I have this terror that, like, that I might have still hooked her, even though I feel like we totally parted with this, like, no, this is not going to happen in any sense of the word, type of feeling. And we'll see. But yeah, if I end up in jail, you know, and stop doing videos, you'll know why, right? Cheers, man.